So in this video, we are going to host a static web page, basically a HTML page using Nginx and Docker. So what we are going to do, let's check here. First, we will create a static HTML page. Then we will add a Docker file in that. And in that file, we are going to add some steps and instructions to create a Docker image. And in third step, we will use the Docker build command to create a new Docker image using Dockerfile. And then finally, we are going to run a container using that Docker image. First step is create a static HTML file. So here in VS Code, I already created a HTML file. It's a very simple HTML file. HTML tag, head, Docker Nginx is title of this page. Then I have simple content, hi, hosting static content using Nginx and Docker. And let's see how it will looks in browser. Look like this, hi. Then hosting static contents using Nginx and Docker. So we already created a HTML file, and now we are going to create a Docker file where we will add all the instructions and steps which is required to create a Docker image. So let's see how can we create a file. So we are back in the VS Code, and so right now here we have only one file, index.html. Let's create a new file, Docker file. Okay, so basically Docker file is used to add instructions or steps which is required to create a Docker image. And when we run the Docker build command, it will use this Docker file to create that image. Okay, so first of all, what we required, first we required a base image. So here in our case, we are going to host a static file using Nginx server. So base image will be Nginx. So here Nginx. So here either we can just use the name Nginx, or we can also add a tag. So here I'm going to use the latest tag. And if we don't add or don't use this tag, then it will download the default tag of that image. Okay, so this one is the save it. Okay, so now we have selected our base image. Now second thing, we need to move this index.html file into the Nginx server, so it can render basically Nginx server can render our file. So for this, let's go to our browser and let's search Nginx Docker image. Okay, this one is the official image of Nginx. Let's open it. And now scroll down to the documentation of this image. Yeah, here. So hosting some sample static content. So to using Dockerfile. So we are using Dockerfile here. So we are already copy this line from Nginx the base image that we're going to use. And then whatever we need to host, or we are going to render in the Nginx server, we need to put those files in this folder of Nginx. So copy. Okay, then we have to put this source file. So source path is index.html, this file, then space, and then we need to give the path of Nginx server where we need to put these files. So I have already copied that path. Okay, so this path is this. So again, we are going to use the Nginx as a base image, and then we are copying our local file index.html to the Nginx server on this path, user share Nginx HTML. Okay, so we have created a Docker file. Now next step is to build a Docker image using Dockerfile. Okay, so to build a Docker image, we are going to use the Docker build command. So open the terminal new terminal here. Okay, let's clear everything. Okay, so command is docker build. It will build a new image. Then we need to edit name of that image. So here let's edit Nginx static. Then tag, we are going to use the latest as a tag. Then okay, so first this one is the name and the tag of image that we are going to build, and the second argument will be path of Dockerfile that will be used to create this new image. So right now we are in the same directory, just add as a dot. Okay, enter. Okay, so our image is completed. So let's see the logs of that process. Okay, so first is load the build definition from the Docker file. And here we have two instructions here. First one is the we are selecting the base image, then we are second instruction, we are copying our index HTML to the Nginx server. So here first it's downloading the Nginx latest image, and second it is copying the files. Okay, so our image is ready. Let's check it. Docker images. Yes, so we have one image, Nginx static latest tag. Okay, and its size is 142 MB. Now our third step is completed. Now, so we build a Docker image using Dockerfile using Docker build command, and next step is running container using Docker image. So we already know that to run a container, we are going to use the Docker run command. Now we are back to VS Code. Now we are going to create a container. Docker run. It should be in detachable mode. Will run in background. And let's add a name of it. So it's a static page. Then map its port to 8080. It's our host port. Colon 80 is the default port of the Nginx space. Then Nginx image. Okay, so let's enter. Okay, so this container is ready. Let's check the list of containers that we have right now. Okay, let's increase the, yeah. So we have a container, Nginx static is the image, and yeah, it is the name of the container static page. Now the container is running, and okay, so now container is running on the 8080 port. Let's open the browser and check whether it's showing or not this static page. Okay, okay, now open the browser. Okay, now we are on the browser and type localhost 8080, enter. Oh, yeah, this is our page. So we have successfully hosted our static page using Nginx and Docker. Okay, now go back to VS Code. How can we check that container is running or not? What's going on behind inside the container? So for that we can check the logs of container, Docker logs, and the container ID. Enter. Okay, so these are the logs, and when we load the page on 880, then these are the logs for that. Okay, so once again, uh, we are going to, okay, so once again I'm going to load that page in browser, and let's see what happened. Okay, now we are in the browser. Refresh the page 2-3 times, then go back to VS Code, and again check the logs. Yeah, so here you can see that there are a couple of logs that we just hit the page. Okay, so we create an image using Dockerfile. We run that the container, and let's try to update the static file on our local and then rebuild it again. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so let me resize this window. Okay, so we already have a container running on 8080. Let's update this in at 8081. Save it, and let's clear everything here. Docker build T is tag, Nginx static, then latest, and the path of the Docker file. Enter here. Okay, so yeah, our build is ready now. So this time it's declared. Okay, so this time we just only change the content of the R file. In Docker file, we are not, there is no change. Our base image is same. So because of that, the first instruction, downloading the image, base image, it's using the cached version of the uh, image, and the second one is the copy the files. So let's check Docker images. Okay, so now we have a new image, Nginx static, tag is latest, this 51 seconds ago, size is 142 MB, and this one is our last time that we created. Okay, so basically we created a new image with the same name and same tag, so that's why the previously built image was showing as none here. Tag and repository name is none. Okay, now create a container. Okay, so 8080 port is already we are using it, so let's run it 8081, and this name is we are also using, so let's add 81 the port number. Okay, and yeah, enter. Yeah, it's running. Let's check the list of containers that we have. Okay, so now we have two container. First one is this one, static page running on 8080, and second one is just we created running on 8081. Okay, now go back to browser. Okay, so here we are on browser. This was the 8080 port that already running. Let us refresh it, nothing happened. Now open 8081, enter. Okay, so on 8080 it's showing the old page, and on 8081 it is showing the new page. This it is the updated content that we added in the our static file HTML file. In this video we created a static file, a simple HTML file, then we created a Dockerfile, added some instructions, added a base image, copy our index HTML file into the specific path of Nginx server, and we get that path from the Nginx image official documentation of Nginx Docker image, and then we created a image using Dockerfile, and then finally we run that image into a container. And we also check how can we see the logs of a running container using docker logs command. So that's it from this the video. Next video we will see how can we deploy a React or a Angular application using Nginx and Docker.